Okay, our loaves have been cooking another 15 minutes to get a nice golden outside. So let's see what we've got. Right, here's one. This has got a nice outside. I will tell you that with sourdough, it's a good idea to actually cook it a lot darker than you intend to have. Even burned a little bit is fine. Now, just to make sure that the center of this is done, we're going to pick an inauspicious place, or inconspicuous place, and put a thermometer in there. And we want to see that it comes up to 210 degrees at least. And it looks like it's well on its way, so we don't really have to worry about that. This is going to get to 210. And while we're looking for that, I'm going to get out the other loaf. And here's the other loaf. And you can see this is nice and dark. It's verging on burnt, not actually burnt. The deal is that these are quite hard right now, but with the humidity, ambient humidity and whatnot, they tend to soften up pretty quickly. Now remember that when we spritz them with water right before we put them in, and I want to get a close-up look here at the skin. If you can see this blistery skin, which is sought after by some people, that blistery skin comes from the spritzing that we did. And even on this one, you will see on this loaf here, if you look down at the skin, see those blisters. It makes a nice presentation and it's pleasant to eat. So we have seen that these loaves have reached the temperature for the inside. Now, as tempting as it is to cut into these while they're still warm and fragrant and filling the house with the smell of fresh bread, don't cut into it for at least an hour. I'm going to put these here on this cooling rack and let them cool down for an hour, because in that time period, the insides will take that latent heat and continue to cook. If you cut it open too early, then the inside will get almost a shiny, almost gelatinous look to it, and it's more gummy and not that pleasant to eat. Now, if you're going to eat all the warm bread in one sitting, then it really doesn't make any difference. But if you're going to save it for a little while, then make sure it cools off at least an hour before you cut it. That concludes the sum total of my knowledge on sourdough. In any case, I hope these videos have been helpful. Good baking.